My precious child, listen carefully to the gentle voice that calls out to you. Even if you do not see me with your eyes or feel my touch with your hands, I am always near. I am not a distant observer. I am the very breath that sustains you, the one who lifts you up when you feel broken and alone. Hear me today as I speak directly to your heart, for it is time to renew your hope and anchor your soul in my promises. I understand the weariness that visits you late in the night, that silent heaviness no one else sees. You wonder how many more trials you can endure, how many more tears you can shed, and if you have the strength to take yet another step. My child, trust that I care for you so much more deeply than you can imagine. My affection for you surpasses your fears, your doubts, and even your own understanding of love. I see your struggles, and I will never let you face them alone. Let these words sink into your spirit. I am with you, and I will bring you through the storm. Now, pay close attention. Even if you think my response is delayed or your miracle seems distant, I am working behind the scenes of your life. In ways you do not see and cannot conceive, I orchestrate perfect moments and align blessings with divine precision. I fill your heart with faith, not by mere chance but by purpose, so you may believe in my power to turn every situation around. You are meant to rely on me, to find shelter in my arms and to find peace in my embrace. When you are overwhelmed by the chaos of daily life, remember that I am the God who parts the seas and calms the raging winds. Nothing is too difficult for me. Even if the odds seem stacked against you and you worry that everything is spiraling out of control, I am here to pour my peace into your soul. Breathe deeply now and receive this gift of calm that I freely offer. I long for you to walk without the heaviness of worry, to know in the deepest recesses of your heart that I am fighting battles on your behalf, leading you from victory to victory until you stand in a place of blessing that is set apart just for you. Heaven and earth may shift, but my word is unchangeable, standing firm through every season of your life. My promises do not fail, and my covenant with you is eternal. Salvation was purchased at a great price so that you might live in freedom. Do not allow voices of discouragement to distract you. If my word declares that you will rise, then you shall rise. If I declare that all things will work together for your good, then stand confidently in that truth. Believe, trust, and hold on tight, because the dawn is coming. Grief may linger for a moment, but joy waits on the horizon. I am the God who heals, restores, and redeems. Surrender your sadness, your depression, your anxieties to me, and watch as I replace them with hope and laughter. I do not desire to see you bound by chains of sorrow. Allow me to break them. Look around you and open your spiritual eyes. There are influences and people who drain your energy and block the blessings I want to pour out. I have shown you time and again those friendships that do not honor me and sabotage your progress. Let me remove them from your life. Let me guide you to healthy, life-giving relationships. Trust that I see the bigger picture. When you cling to harmful connections, you settle for meager crumbs of affection when I have prepared a feast for you. My precious child, I have called you with a holy purpose, set you apart, and placed my glory upon you. Why then would you stray back to those who hurt and manipulate you? I want to protect you, to free you, and to give you a new beginning. Yes, the spiritual battle is real, and it demands your vigilance. Each day, you must pray for those under the same roof, for those who are dear to you but remain distant from me. Sometimes they hurt you because they cannot see the light that I have placed within you. But do not lose heart. Show them grace, and let your prayers become the doorway through which I can reach them. You will be an instrument in my hands, a vessel to bring them salvation and healing. It will take courage to stand in the gap, but I am pouring out my boldness upon you. Do not be afraid of the threats, for I am your shield. and nothing that rises against you will stand. Remember the faith you had as a small child, unspoiled by disappointments. You once spoke my promises and sang of my love without hesitation. You would say, "God is good, God is love," with conviction. As you grew older, your heart encountered pain, betrayal, and loss. You wondered if I still walked beside you, if I still cared. My dear child, I never left. I have been right here, whispering words of reassurance through every heartbreak, waiting for you to lift your eyes and rediscover my presence. I want you to be reminded, your life matters, and no amount of sorrow can overshadow my love for you. Bring me every dream, every broken plan, every tear. Let them flow in your prayers and find release in my arms. For too long, you have tried to bear the weight alone. Now is the time to exchange your burdens for my peace. This is the moment to allow my word to take root in your heart and flourish until hope overflows. Let your tears cleanse your spirit of old doubts. Let your worship draw you closer to me. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for your heart, willing and genuine. If you come with sincerity, I will fill you until your cup runs over. I see the future laid out before you. I see the sweet harvest you will reap from the seeds of faith you have planted through prayer and perseverance. It will be a joyful harvest, abundant beyond your expectations. People around you will witness my favor shining upon your life. Keep leaning on me and trusting my direction. When circumstances threaten to consume you, hold on to the knowledge that I am unchanging. When voices of accusation or condemnation attempt to weigh you down, drown them out with my truth. You are forgiven. You are loved. You are chosen for a glorious purpose. My beloved, breathe in the awareness of my nearness. Let your heart absorb this promise. I will transform your tears into laughter. I will revive the dreams that you thought had died. I will give you a second wind when you feel the world has knocked you down. You are a new creation, covered by my grace. The old things that once held you captive no longer have power over you. Now, with renewed strength and a heart awakened to my love, you can step forward to embrace the blessings that I have ordained for you. The path of life is short, but do not let that truth create panic in your heart. Instead, see each day as another chance to shine my light. I am stirring within you an urgency not to waste your moments on doubt or regret. Time is a precious gift, and I call you to walk confidently in faith, trusting that my timing is perfect. If you are uncertain about a decision or worried about a closed door, remember that sometimes I close doors to protect you from harm. Sometimes I withhold what you think you need in order to grant you something immeasurably better. Trust my guidance, even when it leads you in an unexpected direction. I see what you cannot, and I love you with an everlasting love. Bring your dreams to me, write them down, present them in prayer, and remain expectant of my answers. Watch for the open doors, the divine connections, the sudden opportunities that align with my will. I delight in prospering my children who walk faithfully with me. However, never allow prosperity to overshadow your devotion. Keep your heart tender, fixed on my presence, and you will see wonders unfold. In every blessing, recall that I am the giver of every good gift. Share your story of transformation, encouraging others that what I do for you, I also desire to do for them. I am mending relationships in your life. Family bonds that were strained will begin to heal. Financial worries that kept you awake at night will be replaced by new possibilities. The heaviness that left you spiritually dry will melt away in my presence. Yes, my child, I am pouring my words into your soul like fresh rain, quenching the dryness of your spirit and igniting a renewed zeal for my kingdom. Seek the company of those who cultivate righteousness and truth. Distance yourself from conversations driven by gossip, envy, or deceit. Find fellowship with those who joyfully proclaim my name, who open their hearts to my spirit, and who let their lives become a reflection of my goodness. Where 2 or 3 gather to honor me, my power is unleashed. In the unity of my children, miracles are birthed. Healing flows like a river, washing away disease and restoring hope. Do not carry life's burdens alone, for I have placed you in a family of faith. Encourage one another, pray for one another, and watch as my supernatural provision arrives. I love seeing you join hands and hearts in worship, for it mirrors the unity of heaven. As you do, my glory descends and saturates every soul present. Such unity creates an environment where your faith can blossom and your life can become a living testimony to my ability to transform. Right now, I ask you to surrender. Surrender your fears, your regrets, your questions. Let me hold you, enveloping you in my spirit until all that weighs you down drifts away. I see the busyness of your schedule, the never-ending tasks that consume your mind. You tell yourself that you have faith, but you push me aside when life becomes hectic. Slowly, worry creeps back in, and the peace you once cherished grows distant. But I am here, arms outstretched, ready to infuse you with a fresh outpouring of my spirit. Kneel before me, and let my power rise within you like a mighty river, unstoppable and overflowing with supernatural grace. I yearn to accomplish mighty works through you. Greater miracles than you have ever witnessed are possible when you yield to me. Do not think you must accomplish anything through your own abilities. My power is a gift, freely given to hearts that are humble and repentant. Pride quenches my spirit, but humility invites my glory. There are those who wear religiosity like a cloak, desiring applause and accolades, chasing empty trophies of human praise. I search for those whose hearts are contrite, whose eyes are focused on the greater reward found in serving me faithfully. You, my dear child, have captured my attention because of your genuine desire to do my will. Come, step into the gentle flow of my presence. Take off the sandals of your old ways and stand on the banks of my living water. Let the current of my spirit bathe your heart. Let it wash away every impurity, every wrong mindset, every sense of unworthiness. Immerse yourself until you are drenched in divine power. In that sacred surrender, you will receive fresh boldness. You will be brave enough to face challenges with confidence, knowing I am the one who fights on your behalf. Even your home will feel my presence, for my blessing will rest upon it like a warm, comforting light. I know the thoughts swirling in your mind even now. Anxiety creeps in as you try to figure out solutions on your own. My simple command to you is this: be still and know that I am God. Sit in a quiet place, free from distraction. Close your eyes and let my calm settle over you. Picture my hand of comfort placed upon your shoulder, reminding you that I have the final word. People around you might try to dissuade you, telling you that real answers are found only in logic and planning. But do not let their voices overshadow my truth. I am the architect of your destiny, and my blueprint for your life is flawless. You are concerned about loved ones who resist change and refuse to accept my love. They are stuck in habits or mindsets that cause you pain. But remember, I am also their creator, and I have a plan for them too. Release the burden of trying to change them by yourself. Keep praying with compassion. Keep reflecting my character, and trust my perfect timing. The seeds of your testimony will not be wasted. Even the most stubborn hearts can be softened by my spirit. You need only remain faithful, trusting that my word never returns void. One day, those individuals will come face to face with my grace, and in that moment, transformation becomes inevitable. Do not be overwhelmed by what you lack. Your earthly needs are visible to me, and as your heavenly Father, I will provide. Never forget that I am the one who fed multitudes with a handful of loaves and fish, who brought water from a rock, who rained manna from heaven. I am still the God of abundance and supernatural provision. If I look after the birds of the air and clothe the flowers of the field, will I not also take meticulous care of you, my dear child, in whom I placed my own breath? Wait patiently, for I have perfect timing, and my ways are higher than yours. Your story is still being written, and the next chapter is one of triumph. Stand firm on the foundation of my word. Know that when negative voices echo around you, questioning my faithfulness, you must choose to trust in me. When your soul is tempted to sink into despair, cling to my hand, and I will lift you up. You might feel unworthy at times because of your past, but remember, my grace is greater than your mistakes. I have already forgiven you, washed you white as snow. Never allow condemnation or shame to tether you back to the old life from which I have rescued you. You are redeemed, purchased with my priceless blood. Walk in that freedom. If there are people around you who constantly accuse or belittle you, trying to remind you of who you used to be, consider releasing them into my hands. You do not need to live bound by their judgments. Keep walking toward the destiny I've laid out. As you move forward, they might remain stuck in their negativity and pride. Let them see the transformation I bring about in you, for that might be the very witness they need to open their own hearts. But do not allow them to pull you backwards. My plan is for you to advance into greater levels of glory and purpose. My child, set aside time each day to meet with me. Even if it is just a few quiet minutes, make that appointment sacred and unwavering. In those moments, pour your heart out, your worries, your questions, your praise. I will speak to you, and I will strengthen you for the day ahead. My spirit will fill your emptiness and reignite your passion. In my presence, you will discover that rest is a holy gift, carrying the power to reset your mind and renew your spirit. Then, when you stand up from that place of prayer, you will be prepared to face any trial with unwavering assurance that I am by your side. I see that sometimes you think you are too busy to pause, but busyness can be the enemy of intimacy with me. Come to me and let me refresh you. Kneel, pray, and worship, even in your exhaustion. You will find that I multiply your time and expand your energy. My supernatural grace is sufficient to empower you in ways human strength can never achieve. Miracles unfold in the quiet corners of your heart when your attention shifts from the noise of the world to the stillness of my voice. Trust me enough to slow down and let me fill you once again. Beloved, you have been praying for a miracle. You have been longing for something to break through in your life, for a door to open, for healing to come, for relationships to mend. Hear me. That miracle is already in motion. My divine power is not limited by time or space. Even now, the answer is on its way. Your faith is the key that unlocks the treasure of my favor. Do not grow weary in your waiting. Rather, worship me while you wait. Rejoice in my goodness before you see the tangible results. I do not fail my children, and I will not fail you. I also desire that you prepare your surroundings for the blessings that are about to arrive. Clean your environment, both physically and spiritually, making space for the new season you are entering. Let go of clutter, both in your home and in your heart. Forgive past hurts and release stored resentments. Prepare yourself for joy to flood every corner of your life. When you are ready and expectant, you will recognize my blessings as soon as they appear. And when they do, celebrate with gratitude, acknowledging my hand in every good gift. Sometimes late at night, you cry out to me in secret. You cannot express those hidden pains to anyone else. You feel the weight of burdens that only I truly understand. Remember that I am a God who sees the depths of your heart. I see each tear. I feel each pang of disappointment, There is no corner of your soul unknown to me. When you reach out in that raw honesty, I am there. Your tears are precious to me, and I store them as tokens of your faith and perseverance. I will trade them for blessings when the time is right, and the joy that follows will be more profound than you can imagine. The cross is the ultimate proof of my commitment to you. If I offered my own life, shedding my blood to ransom you from sin, how can you doubt that I will also be present in your struggles? I am your defender, your advocate, your shepherd, and your friend. When you feel misjudged or misunderstood, I stand in your defense. When you are weary, I carry you. And when you feel alone, I remind you that I will never forsake you. My love does not hinge on your performance or your righteousness. It flows from my essence, and I give it freely. Now, at this very moment, my beloved, let peace envelop your heart. Let your anxieties dissolve in the soothing presence of my spirit. Set down your fears and choose to trust in my unbreakable covenant. My promises are yes and amen. My faithfulness endures through every season. Even when storms rattle your world, my voice can still calm the raging seas. Never forget, I hold all power in my hands, yet I also hold your heart with tender care. Receive my blessing today. Let it fill your spirit until you overflow. I declare over you that old chains of oppression are breaking. Old patterns of defeat are dissolving. A fresh chapter of blessing is opening before your eyes. This is not a coincidence. This is my appointed time. Believe in it, walk in it, and do not hesitate to rejoice. Speak my words of life wherever you go, and watch as the atmosphere around you shifts. Darkness cannot remain where my light abides. Discouragement cannot stand where my joy prevails. Stand tall, my child. Let your tears be wiped away. Embrace the warmth of my love. Speak boldly the truths I have placed in you. Your testimony will shine, and others will be drawn to me through the radiance in your eyes. Do not be surprised when people ask how you can smile in the midst of difficulty. Share with them that it is because my spirit lives within you. Because I walk with you, your load is lighter, your path brighter, your future secure. You may not always feel strong, but I am strong within you. As you go about your day, remember to keep your heart aligned with mine. In small, simple actions, kind words, compassionate deeds, earnest prayers, I want you to reflect my nature. Let your life be a canvas painted with the colors of heaven. You will find that in giving love, you receive even more. In showing mercy, you discover the depth of my mercy for you. And in praying for others, you align your heart with my heart, enabling my supernatural power to move in ways that astound you. Hold fast to this declaration. You are my treasured possession, not by your doing, but by my grace. You are an heir to eternal promises, a recipient of unending grace, and a beacon of my love to this world. Do not be swayed by those who question your worth or by circumstances that test your resolve. You are sealed with my spirit and crowned with my compassion. Nothing and no one can pluck you from my hand. Embrace this identity as a child of the Most High God and live each day in the fullness of that truth. Let these words sink deep. I am near. I am your tower of refuge, your strong fortress, your everlasting Father, your Prince of Peace. I see every battle, and I equip you with everything you need to conquer. Your testimony will declare my mighty works, and your life will radiate my glory. My beloved child, if only you could see the wonders I have in store for you, your heart would soar with uncontainable joy. Believe my words, trust my promises, and love me with all your heart. Now, take a moment to soak in my presence. Let the stress roll away. Let your hope be renewed. I whisper to your spirit, I will never leave you, nor forsake you. May that promise echo in your mind as you lay your head to rest tonight. When you rise tomorrow, remember that my mercy is new every morning. I love you deeply, beyond every limitation of human understanding. This is my solemn vow. You are mine, I am yours, and together we will journey through every season of life in triumphant victory. My precious child, I invite you to continue this journey of faith, stepping further into the divine treasures I have prepared for you. In this moment, I want you to feel my unending love and to know that I am stirring up new hope within you. Let your heart be encouraged as you press onward, for the path ahead is filled with blessings that will exceed your expectations. When you open yourself to my spirit, miracles become part of your everyday life. You might ask, "But Lord, how can I remain in this place of peace when storms rage on every side?" I say to you, my child, anchor yourself in my word. When the waves of doubt crash against you, cling to the unwavering truth I have spoken. Do not allow your circumstances to dictate your perspective. Rather, lift your eyes above the turbulence and fix them on me. In that place of communion with me, your soul will discover a supernatural tranquility that defies logic. Peace is not merely an emotion. It is my gift to you. Receive it wholeheartedly. If you find yourself weary or burdened, take courage in knowing that I designed you with purpose. My plans extend far beyond what you can see in the present. I have woven opportunities for growth into every obstacle you face. I have placed hidden jewels of wisdom in moments of trial. Let your heart be open to learning from every experience, whether joyful or painful. I am the potter, carefully molding and shaping you into the masterpiece I envisioned from the beginning. When you submit your life to my hands, there is no limit to the beauty I can bring forth. Consider this day a fresh invitation to return to your first love, me. In the hush of the early morning or the stillness of late night, find time to talk with me. Express your gratitude, share your frustrations, and offer your praise. In that intimate place of honesty, you will discover that I already know your deepest secrets, your hidden pains, and your unspoken dreams. My desire is not to shame you for your struggles, but to guide you and empower you to conquer them. Together, we will walk through the valleys of sorrow and ascend the mountains of triumph. I know there are moments when you feel invisible, overlooked by the world around you. Perhaps you have given so much of yourself and received little in return. Hear me now. You are never invisible to me. I see every act of kindness, every tear of compassion, every silent prayer you lift for someone else's benefit. Though others may not acknowledge your goodness, your actions resonate in heavenly realms. I record them, and I will reward them in due season. Your faithfulness is precious to me because it reflects my heart. Focus on my voice, for it guides you through the noise of daily life. Many voices will clamor for your attention, opinions, trends, the pressures of society, but you must learn to discern which of those voices align with my truth. Stay rooted in Scripture, for in my word, you will find the wisdom to navigate both trials and triumphs. When you are uncertain, come back to me in prayer. Listen in the stillness. My spirit will nudge your heart toward the right path. Do not be afraid to step out in faith, for even if you stumble, I will catch you. Take a moment to reflect on how far you have come. The battles you have already overcome are evidence of my sustaining power. Celebrate these victories, no matter how small they seem. They serve as reminders that you are a conqueror, not through your own strength, but through my grace. Testimonies of past deliverances become stepping stones that lead you into greater realms of faith. Let them bolster your confidence in the face of new challenges. When discouragement threatens, recall the times I brought you out of impossible circumstances. My record remains flawless. Be vigilant, my child, for the enemy seeks to plant seeds of negativity in your mind. Fear, guilt, resentment, these are snares designed to rob you of peace. Whenever such thoughts arise, hold them up to the light of my word. Ask, does this align with what my Father says about me? If not, reject it immediately. Reclaim authority over your thoughts by declaring my truth. I am loved. I am forgiven. I am chosen for victory. Let these declarations become the anthem of your soul. Darkness cannot coexist with the light of my promises. I am beckoning you to expand your vision. Look beyond your immediate surroundings. Do you see that community you once dreamed of impacting? The ministries you felt called to support? The hurting people you wanted to encourage? It is time to resurrect those dreams. I placed them in your heart for a reason, and they are not merely figments of your imagination. They are seeds I planted, waiting to be watered by faith and nurtured through prayer. Step out, even if your resources seem limited. I am the God who multiplies what you place in my hands. Some of you have walked through seasons of deep heartbreak. You believe certain relationships or opportunities were guaranteed to last, but they slipped away. Pain threatened to harden your heart, and you wondered if you could ever fully trust again. Yet here you stand, still able to love, still able to believe, still yearning for something greater. My child, I have watched you from the beginning. I know every wound, every betrayal, every tear. Let me assure you that heartbreak was not wasted. I will use it to shape your character, refine your empathy, and draw you closer to me. Your scars will become a testimony of resilience, shining a light for others to follow. Keep your soul humble before me. In a world that glorifies self-sufficiency, humility often goes unnoticed. But in my kingdom, humility is the door to exaltation. When you lay down your pride, you allow my power to work through you unimpeded. You recognize that true strength comes from dependence on me, not from your own capabilities. This posture of humility turns your heart into fertile ground where miracles can take root. Yes, my child, you will see my mighty hand at work. You will witness supernatural breakthroughs that defy explanation. It all begins with a simple, humble spirit that says, Father, not my will, but yours be done. When you gather with others who call upon my name, anticipate the wonder of my presence. At times you might be tempted to think such gatherings are routine or mundane, but I assure you I inhabit the praises of my people. Whenever voices unite in adoration, my glory descends. Healing occurs, hearts are softened, and revelations burst forth. In the unity of fellowship, your faith grows, nourished by testimonies and fortified by collective prayer. Never underestimate the power of coming together in my name, for it is in unity that you truly reflect the harmony of heaven. Let me also remind you of the importance of rest. Yes, I have called you to serve, to be a light in the darkness, but you cannot pour out from an empty vessel. Retreat with me when exhaustion looms. Find solace in my embrace when weariness darkens your spirit. Rest is not a sign of laziness or weakness. It is a spiritual discipline that keeps you strong. When you pause to be replenished by my presence, you ensure that what you offer to others is fresh and life-giving, not stale or forced. Let me fill you so you can overflow with my grace. My dear child, remain mindful of the company you keep. There are companions who genuinely uplift you, pointing you to my truth and encouraging your spiritual growth. And there are those who slowly draw you away from the holy calling upon your life. Use discernment. I do not command you to isolate yourself from the world, but to be wise in protecting your heart. Some friendships bring forth healthy fruit, others breed negativity or rebellion. If someone persistently pushes you to compromise the standards of my word, release that relationship into my hands. Pray for them, but do not let them sabotage your destiny. Every day, wake up and consciously declare your reliance on me. Do not attempt to live in your own strength, for that will lead to burnout and frustration. Instead, trust in my inexhaustible power. In times of weakness, my strength is made perfect. In times of confusion, my wisdom shines the brightest. When all earthly solutions fail, my supernatural intervention prevails. Learn to rest in my sovereignty, acknowledging that I hold the universe in my hands, orchestrating all things according to my divine plan. In this knowledge, you will find unshakable peace. I see your aspirations, to flourish in your career, to build a loving family, to make your mark on the world. I endorse these dreams, provided they align with my heart. But remember, success is hollow if you gain the world and lose your soul. Keep your focus on what truly matters. Pursue righteousness, cultivate compassion, love your neighbors, and serve the less fortunate. These actions resonate deeply in my kingdom. The position of your heart matters infinitely more than the position of your finances or social status. Watch how I bring new connections and resources to elevate you to places you once deemed unreachable. When such opportunities come, remain grounded in my word. Let gratitude and humility be your response to success. If pride attempts to creep in, return quickly to my presence for a heart check. For it is in acknowledging me as the source of every good thing that you remain safely under my covering. If you rely solely on your ability or wisdom, you will miss out on the greater blessings that unfold when my hand is in control. I also want you to know that your tears, your joys, your every emotion matter to me. When you laugh, I delight in seeing your spirit uplifted. When you cry, I long to wipe your tears and assure you of my comfort. I am not indifferent to your emotional struggles. I created you with the capacity to feel, to empathize, to rejoice, and to grieve. Let me be your safe place, where you can be authentic without fear of condemnation. There is no shame in vulnerability with me, for I already know you intimately. Some of you have encountered spiritual dryness. Perhaps you once felt alive in my presence, but now your prayers feel repetitive. You wonder where the passion has gone. My child, rekindle your first love. Offer me sincere worship, even when your emotions are dull. Speak my promises aloud, even when your heart feels cold. As you do, my spirit will reignite the flame of devotion within you. Dry seasons are temporary. They are invitations to press closer, to seek me until you are drenched in the living waters of revival once more. Do not forget the power of your testimony. Your story, marked by trials and triumphs, is an instrument I can use to reach hearts that would otherwise remain closed. When you are transparent about your struggles and how my grace carried you, you illuminate the pathway for others who walk a similar journey. There is profound strength in vulnerability, for it testifies that my power is perfected in weakness. Be courageous and share what I have done in your life. You have no idea whose chains might break the moment they realize they are not alone in their pain. Let me speak to your future now. You are on the brink of breakthroughs that will astonish you. Doors that were firmly shut will swing open. Relationships that seemed irreparable will be mended by my healing touch. Sickness that threatened your well-being will bow under my authority. Financial strain will ease as I provide in surprising ways. These promises are not empty words, but declarations rooted in my unchanging character. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. If I performed miracles throughout history, I remain able to do so in your life this very day. Yet remember, my blessings also bring responsibility. With every answered prayer comes a call to stewardship. If I bless you financially, I expect you to be generous. If I grant you influence, I expect you to represent my kingdom with integrity and compassion. If I free you from a destructive habit, I expect you to encourage others trapped in similar chains. Let every victory be an opportunity to reflect my love, and multiply what you have received. In my kingdom, blessings are not stagnant. They increase as they are shared. My beloved child, you are cherished beyond your wildest imagination. You are not forgotten, and you are not forsaken. Your name is written on the palms of my hands, a testament to the permanent place you hold in my heart. No darkness can snuff out the light I have placed within you. Stand tall in the knowledge that you are a living testament to my grace, a masterpiece still in the making, painted with vibrant colors of hope and faith. When troubles arise, do not cast your eyes down in defeat. Look up to me, the author and finisher of your faith. Like a loving father, I reach out to guide you, to steady your steps, and to pour my strength into your weakness. I know precisely when to intervene, and my timing is impeccable. Keep trusting, keep asking, keep knocking, for I will open doors according to my will. Do not despise the wait, for in those seasons I am cultivating perseverance and deepening the roots of your faith. The world around you might speak of doom and despair, but you do not belong to the realm of hopelessness. You are a citizen of my kingdom, where joy is not dictated by circumstances, but by the reality of my presence. Carry that hope within you like a shining beacon, for others desperately need it. Be the ambassador of my love, reaching out to the lonely, the rejected, the broken. Make kindness and empathy a daily practice. Show the world my heart through your words and actions. I am writing your story with perfect clarity. I know the beginning, the middle, and the glorious ending. I see twists and turns you cannot predict. But through it all, my hand remains steady, guiding you toward a destiny that brings me glory and brings you fulfillment. I do not waste a single tear or a single trial. All things work together for the good of those who love me and are called according to my purpose. You are included in that promise, my child. My beloved, I invite you now to linger a little longer in my presence. Although you have already heard my heart pour out in comforting words, there is still more I wish to reveal to you. Do not be afraid to draw closer. There is such depth in my love, and I long for you to taste its fullness. Even if you have known me for many years, I assure you there are countless wonders yet to discover. Come, and let me share more of my wisdom, more of my heart, and more of my plans for your life. In every season, you may face new challenges and you might wonder, is there still hope for me? My answer is an unwavering yes. Hope is not a fleeting spark that fades in the face of difficulty. It is a mighty flame I kindle within you, fueled by the promise that I, your God, am always with you. Whether your path is bright with celebration or shadowed by grief, I remain constant, your ever-faithful companion. It is my desire that you hold this assurance deep in your soul so that fear will have no place to take root. I want to speak to you about purpose. You see, many people drift through life without direction, believing they were created by chance or mere coincidence. But I am here to tell you that you were born for such a time as this. Before the foundations of the world were set, I envisioned you. I imagined the unique qualities you would carry, the gifts you would cultivate, and the dreams you would nurture. I shaped every detail of your being with love and intention. Nothing about you was a mistake. You are handcrafted to reflect my glory on the earth. It is crucial that you grasp this truth. The destiny I have written over you is distinctive and irreplaceable. My kingdom has room for everyone, yet each individual has a different mission that only they can fulfill. Your story is unlike any other, and in that story, I weave redemption, growth, restoration, and miracles. Do not doubt that I can use every fragment of your past, even the parts you wish you could erase, for my redemptive purposes. When you place your life and history into my hands, I transform your scars into testimonies and your weaknesses into platforms for my strength. Now listen carefully. Many of my children hunger for the supernatural. They read about miracles in my word and wonder if such wonders can still occur in their own lives. My child, I have not changed. I am the same God who opened the eyes of the blind, healed lepers, walked on water, and fed multitudes. My power has not diminished with time. What I desire is a willing heart, one that dares to believe in greater things. When faith arises, the impossible becomes possible because you tap into my limitless resources. Know that I still heal, I still restore, I still provide. And yes, I still perform miracles for those who place their trust in me. Yet miracles are not solely about physical healing or material provision. One of the greatest miracles is a transformed mind. When I renew your thoughts and shift your perspective from despair to hope, from resentment to forgiveness, from anxiety to peace, you experience the miracle of my Spirit reshaping your inner life. This inward transformation radiates outward, shining a holy light in a world dimmed by fear and turmoil. Never underestimate the power of a heart that has encountered my grace and been radically changed by my love. I see the passions that stir in your heart. Maybe it is a calling to minister to the needy, to speak life into those who feel forgotten, or to dedicate yourself to creative arts that honor me. If you have sensed my prompting, if something inside you lights up whenever you think about a certain area of service, know that I place that desire within you. Step out in faith. Pursue that call with diligence and devotion. Even if obstacles seem insurmountable, never forget that I am the God of the breakthrough, the one who makes a way where there appears to be none. Doors that are meant for you will open at the appointed time. Of course, waiting is not easy. In the silence between your prayer and my answer, doubt often arises. The enemy whispers that perhaps I am not listening, or perhaps you are not worthy. But silence does not equal absence. Waiting is a sacred pause in which I prepare you for what comes next. During this time, I refine your character, shaping it to withstand the weight of the blessing you will soon receive. I teach you patience, perseverance, and deeper faith. The waiting season is never wasted, for I am more concerned about who you are becoming than simply granting the requests you present to me. As you walk forward, be vigilant against distractions. The world clamors for your attention. Social media, incessant news, endless demands. But the only voice that will truly bring clarity in the chaos is mine. Cultivate stillness. Make room in your daily routine to hear me speak. Turn off the noise and tune in to my Spirit, who whispers truths in the quiet places of your soul. If you seek me with a genuine heart, I will reveal myself to you. My presence will guide you, strengthen you, and fill you with divine wisdom that surpasses human reasoning. Do not be discouraged by your shortcomings. I am fully aware of your frailties and your battles against temptation. When you stumble, do not hide from me. Run to me. My arms are always open. Confess your struggles honestly, for I am a compassionate Father, not a vengeful judge. Through repentance, you allow my mercy to flood your life. I will wash you clean and set you back on the path of righteousness. Every time you are tempted to stay away from me out of shame, remember the cross. It stands as an eternal declaration that my love for you is greater than any sin or failure. My child, many of my people do not realize the authority they possess through my Spirit. When you surrender your life to me, you become a co-heir with Christ. This means you have the right to stand firmly in the identity I have given you, beloved, redeemed, empowered. In this authority, you can speak life into dead situations, declare peace in the midst of storms, and command darkness to flee. You might think, but who am I to do such things? I tell you, it is not your name that darkness fears, but mine. And I have made my home in you through the Holy Spirit. understand that your battle is spiritual in nature. The enemy wants to undermine your faith, sowing seeds of insecurity and hopelessness. Yet you have been given spiritual armor, my truth, my righteousness, my salvation, my gospel of peace, my shield of faith, and my sword of the Spirit. Clothe yourself in these daily. Through prayer, you reinforce the walls of your heart against the arrows of deception. Through worship, you awaken your soul to my grandeur, causing fear and despair to lose their grip on your mind. Every time you exalt me, my glory covers you like a shelter in the storm. Take note of this. Humility and boldness are not opposites. True humility acknowledges your dependence on me, while true boldness rises from the certainty that I am with you. When you live in this balance, you become an unstoppable force for good, unafraid to step into new challenges, yet always rooted in the awareness that your strength and success come from me. This combination of humility and boldness is a hallmark of my people, testifying that they walk by faith and not by sight. Relationships also matter deeply to me. Friends, spouses, family members, I place them in your life so you might reflect my love to one another. Treat each relationship as a gift, something precious to be guarded and nurtured. Extend grace when those around you fail, for you too have known failure. Encourage them in moments of doubt, for I have poured out encouragement on you time and time again. Pray for them even when conflict arises, because prayer invites me into the middle of every broken situation. I yearn to see reconciliation and unity, especially in the hearts of my children. Yet, be aware that not everyone will celebrate your journey of faith. Some may mock you, question your beliefs, or distance themselves. Do not let it crush your spirit. My son was also ridiculed, betrayed, and misunderstood. When you face rejection, bring that pain to me. I will heal your wounds and remind you that your worth is not defined by human applause, but by my immeasurable love. Over time, some of those who doubted you will come to witness my power at work in your life. Your unwavering faith can become the very testimony that opens their hearts to my truth. Remember that gratitude is a powerful weapon against discouragement. In every situation, whether you stand on the mountaintop or wander through the valley, give thanks. Thanksgiving shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you possess in me. It stirs up joy, reminding you of my past faithfulness and my promises for the future. Even in the darkest night, a thankful heart beams with hope, illuminating the path ahead. Cultivate a lifestyle of gratitude, and you will see chains of negativity break off your mind. Do not lose sight of the fact that this earthly journey is but a fraction of your eternal existence. The trials that currently seem overwhelming will one day fade in the light of my eternal presence. While I do care about your life on earth, my greatest goal is to align you with eternity. My plan is to shape you into the image of my Son, to purify your heart so that you may dwell with me forever. As you walk this temporal road, keep your eyes on the horizon of eternity. This perspective transforms how you face struggles, how you choose priorities, and how you invest your time and resources. Always remember that this world is not your final home. There is a dynamic connection between faith and works. I have called you to pray persistently and believe wholeheartedly, but I also call you to act, to serve, to take tangible steps toward the visions I place in your heart. Perhaps you have prayed fervently for change in your community, your family, or your own habits. Now is the time to step forward. Do what you can with what you have, and trust me to multiply your efforts. Faith is an action word. It compels you to move, trusting that I will meet you halfway, turning your small beginnings into God-sized outcomes. Let me clarify something about freedom as well. Many view freedom as doing whatever they please, but true freedom is found in living according to my design. You were formed to walk in alignment with my perfect will. The boundaries I set are not oppressive. They protect the abundant life I have laid out for you. When I ask you to let go of certain behaviors or relationships, it is not to punish you, but to protect you from harm. Embrace this freedom with reverence and joy, knowing that my ways are higher than your own, and that I always seek your ultimate good. Think also about the legacy you are crafting. Life is not just about the immediate moment. It is about the imprint you leave behind. Are you sowing seeds of love, mercy, and integrity that will bear fruit in future generations? Do not underestimate the impact of small acts of kindness, spoken blessings, or a life of consistent faith. Someone is always watching, learning from how you navigate challenges, how you treat others, and how you express compassion. Let the legacy you leave be one that points people back to my heart. Beloved child, let hope arise once more as I remind you, I am in control. No situation is too dire for me, no heartbreak too deep for my healing. I conquer darkness, mend shattered souls, and bring life where death tried to reign. My power defies human logic, and my love never runs dry. Even when you have reached the end of your rope, my grace is enough to lift you. Let my promises be the anchor that keeps you steady when the winds of uncertainty howl. Continue approaching me in prayer, persistent, honest, vulnerable prayer. Ask, seek, knock, and do not grow weary in your petitions. I delight in responding to the cries of a sincere heart. The more you pray, the more you align yourself with my will. Prayer is not a one-sided monologue, it is a two-way dialogue. I speak back, through my word, through a gentle stirring in your spirit, through the wise counsel of other believers. Keep your spiritual ears open, and as you hear my voice, respond in obedience. Now as you move forward, I want you to celebrate what is to come. Yes, celebrate even before you see the full manifestation of my promises. Faith praises in advance, recognizing that my word never returns void. Let your praises be a declaration of confidence in my faithfulness. Let your songs, your words, your life proclaim that my goodness endures. In doing so, you release the fragrance of hope, and despair loses its hold. Keep your spirit sensitive to new direction. I may redirect your path, closing doors you expected to remain open, and opening doors you never imagined. Do not cling so tightly to your own plans that you miss my divine strategy. My ways surpass yours, and my perspective extends beyond the horizon. Trust that I can see the end from the beginning. If you remain close to me, you will sense the gentle nudge when I say, turn left here, or take a step forward there. Stay open, remain surrendered, and watch how beautifully I orchestrate your story. I have spoken these words over you because I treasure you more than you can comprehend. Embrace them, trust them, and let them shape your soul. Walk in the security that I will never forsake you. My everlasting arms are beneath you, supporting you, lifting you high above every trial. Stand firm in faith, my beloved child. Great is your reward, and magnificent is the future I have prepared for you. You are mine, and I am yours, forever. Amen. If these words have blessed you and you wish to strengthen this message of hope, subscribe to our channel right now. By subscribing, you ensure that you won't miss any of our upcoming messages, reflections, and divine insights that I long to pour out. Also, consider joining our members club to further support this ministry. Your membership helps us reach more people with my words of love, healing, and salvation.